Now, your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So, Tower Cam showing some significant thunderstorm activity out there. A lot of cloud cover, but also a lot of lightning pops ongoing across the region. So, our forecast calls for good chances of rainfall throughout the morning hours. We'll call it a first alert weather day. 85 degrees currently with a dew point value about as high as it gets, coming in at 79 degrees. That high dew point value an indication of the instability in our atmosphere. 60% chance of storms through the morning hours, some of them heavy at times as we have right now. And then as we head into the afternoon, maybe a little break in the weather before we see another good chance of showers during the later evening hours. You can see all of these storms sinking southward. Some of them have had a history of producing some severe weather in parts of Pinellas County. Now, our air perhaps a little bit more stable at the surface, so we're not seeing some of these stronger winds aloft move down to the surface and produce the stronger winds that they had just to our north. But we're still seeing some pretty good, gusty winds, 30-mile-an-hour winds, maybe some 40-mile-an-hour winds contained within this line, and certainly lots of lightning pops as well. Good downdrafts under some of these storms, anywhere from really Ona all along 64 to Manatee County, to Bradenton, seeing some fairly heavy rainfall. So this is going to be a tough go over the course of the next half hour or so. It's all slowly sinking southward, as you just saw in that last scan. This particular cell dropping south of 64 now, heading toward Myakka City. And then these stronger storms along 64 producing some really hard driving all along the roadways, especially as you get closer to the interstate. There's going to be some very slow going as you move from the interstate up toward areas of the Manatee River. So if you can allow yourself some extra time and you don't have to be on the road until these showers pass, why not? But if you are going to be out there, it's two hands on the wheel. Also, some more storms moving in from Gulf waters closer to Longboat Key and Holmes Beach. Severe Storm Prediction Center puts our area of central Florida under a marginal risk of severe weather today, mostly for strong, gusty winds, not necessarily for tornadoes or hail, but particularly for strong, gusty winds, about a 5% chance of that. So we'll be watching for that again this afternoon. Mix of sun and clouds as we head into the mid-morning boosts our temperatures up to the upper 80s as we head into the evening. An area of low pressure is going to continue spinning around in the deep south for several days. It's going to send little spokes of energy driving southward across the state of Florida. And we're going to keep a potential risk for strong storms in the forecast today and tomorrow as well. Now, while we may get a little bit of a lull this afternoon, we're still going to see some storms move on shore, I think, because of this persistent westerly wind flow. Good rain chance today. We'll watch for those strong storms, potentially some severe weather, but more than likely just some gusty winds under some of the stronger storms. And then we'll return to a more typical weather pattern of those late afternoon storms that build inland and drift back to the coast as we head into Thursday, Friday of this week. For boaters, it's going to be a tough go out there, no doubt about it. The storms will be higher under the thunderstorms that develop in Gulf waters. Look for a west wind coming in at about 15 to 20 knots throughout the afternoon hours. West wind at about 15 this evening and then turning southwest and lighter as we head into the overnight. Choppy conditions to a light chop. Best to just stay in port. As far as the forecast goes over the course of the next couple of days, we will look for about a 60% chance of rain showers today. It's a first alert weather day. And then as we head into the next several days, we'll look for about a 60% chance of rain Tuesday and also on Wednesday. And then a kind of a shift to the pattern as we head into the beginning of next week.